Today on Outdoor University, Erlene Mandrell takes a shooting lesson from a world champion. And Dirt King teaches some young hunters about Tennessee ducks once we get him off the phone.
I can't be bothered right now. I got 4 ducks coming in.
It's time for Outdoor University with Charlie Ingram and Dirt King. Join nationally known outdoorsmen Charlie Ingram and Dirt King as they give you the inside tips on hunting. Whether you're after white-tailed deer, wild turkey, elk, or ducks and geese, Outdoor University can teach you all the fine points that will make you a better hunter. Outdoor University is brought to you by Thompson Center, Hornady, CZ USA, Burris Optics, Kershaw, Lyman, Limb Saber, and Mid-South Shooter Supply. Duck season runs a little longer for Tennessee's youngest hunters. The regular season closes at the end of January, but if you're 16 or younger, you get a few days more.
If these come darting over here now, you be ready. I'll point exactly where they are if they're coming back. They're coming back to us right now.
The Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency, the TWRA, allows a special youth hunt in early February. And that's one of the few times you'll find old Dirt King in a duck blind without a shotgun.
Hey, duck hunters, we're in Middle Tennessee today on a youth hunt. TWRA's got a deal set up where they let the youths have a couple of days to themselves. I'm talking about in prime time after they've already had a good rest. We got Robert Tipton with us today. We got Will Dunneback. And we got Grayson Smith, and they're gonna give us a lesson or two in shooting.
It's a frosty winter morning in the Cumberland River bottoms near Clarksville, Tennessee, and Dirt King is teaching some young hunters how to call those geese and ducks in. Dirt's taking Will, Robert, and Grayson, and Will's father, William Dunneback, out on some conservation land that gets flooded for duck season every year. There are plenty of ducks here. We're on the eastern side of the Great Mississippi Flyway, and millions of migrating waterfowl pass this way every year. But that doesn't guarantee they'll be here today, and sometimes it can be a long wait.
Will, you cold? Will,
Fingers.
you want me to turn the heat on?
You'll say yes or no.
I don't know.
He ain't used to heaters.
When the ducks come into range, everyone has a chance, but Grayson gets the shot.
Ready?
Get it.
I killed me a pintail.
Good shot.
Thank you.
Eddie.
Yes, sir.
Well, Grayson, that's pretty good for the first shot of the morning, you know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
It's pretty quick, too. That's very good. I believe you've been at this game before, huh?
Yes, sir.
How you like that CZ shotgun?
Nice little gun right here.
It is, and that's called a woodcock. That was a 28-inch over and under. Works really good. That's the same gun I shot in the show the other day. It's already been trained.
Oh, has it? Okay.
We're gonna have to do it again. Oh, here comes some more.
Dirt wants these young hunters to know that anytime they're in the blind, they have to be ready.
All right. Get them. All right, get them, y'all. Here we go. Wait. Yeah, I want everybody to shoot. Get them. Another one getting up. Another one going up.
This time it didn't quite work out, but there's plenty of hunting left today.
You know, it happens a lot when you're working a bunch like that and then a pair sneak through. In that case, what happened was they pulled them right off of us. However, they're probably out there fooling around on the river. They'll be back in a few minutes. But it's pretty aggravating when you think you've got them in your pocket and then all at once they escape. Well, I'm ready for you to shoot again. Huh? You about ready? Are you cold? That's good.
Will is the youngest and the smallest of the three boys, and Dirt really wants to see him take the next duck. But this time, it's Robert's turn.
Get him, Robert.
Hey,
Good shot,
That's a redhead.
Good shot. This is Robert Tipton. Killed that one on the swing. Now, guess what? Whose turn it is, Will? Uh-huh.
It's getting further up into the morning. The sun is high and the wind is just about stopped. That's a good chance for old Dirt to give a lesson in calling and in when not to call.
But when those ducks start circling around and doing their thing, as calm as it is, the smartest way to do it, at least in my opinion, when those ducks swing out on the end, you just let them do their thing. But when they start getting away from you, then you just kind of come back, call to them. But when it's dead calm, generally you'll find that the best plan is not to call at them very much. When it's dead calm like this, you can't be just blowing at them all the time. Because you may be an excellent caller, but you know you're really not as good as those old hens are.
Right at the end of the hunt, they get one more chance to try that approach. It's been a learning experience for these three young hunters. They've taken a couple of ducks, and the very last one stays just a little bit too far away. That's proof once again, though, that no matter how good you are, nobody is ever 100% right in the field. And that may be the most important thing these boys learn all day.
That duck made me very foolish looking. Although he did what he's supposed to do, he got out there, and then when he started to get away, we hooked him and brought him right back 4 times. But we didn't get to pull the trigger. So the only way you keep score in this game is how many's actually in the blind, not flying around. So it's a good theory, though. All you got to do is look into those kids' face, and you can understand the excitement, enthusiasm, all of those things. It's a great reward to us to have the opportunity to hunt with those kids, especially kids as good as those. But coming up next, old Dirt's going to get the opportunity to shoot this 4.45, and you're going to get an opportunity to see it several times in episodes on Outdoor University. So y'all stay tuned. We got more action coming.
Coming up on Outdoor University, we'll see the new CZ handguns and get some expert advice from a world-class shooter.
Ready?
We're on the range with Charlie Ingram and Dirt King and the new handguns from CZ. Charlie and Dirt's guests are Alice Polocheva, competitive pistol shooter and president of CZ USA, Erlene Mandrell, CZ's new celebrity spokesperson, and Angus Hobdell, captain of the CZ USA shooting team. Angus's team just took first and third place in the world production matches in Ecuador, and he shot those newest CZs more than just about anyone. Angus practices with 600 or 700 rounds a day, and he might do that for a month before a big match. So he knows just how good those CZ handguns are.
Hey, sports fans, today we have with us some special guests that I think you'll really be interested in meeting. Now, I don't know a lot about pistol competition, but Angus here, he knows a lot about it. He's going to give you some help as far as pistol safety and pistol awareness. Angus, tell us a little bit about the first things that a guy should know about pistol safety.
All firearms are always loaded. Always be aware of your target and what is behind it, and never point a firearm that's something you're not prepared to destroy. We know all about destroying stuff, right?
That's right. Know all about blowing stuff up. You told me that he used one of your CZ number 75 pistols in the World Shoot, right?
That's correct. He just got back from the World Shoot, and as a matter of fact, it was our new handgun, CZ75 SP01, that Angus, proudly won the 3rd place. So.
Well, now, wait a minute. You know, what y'all are kind of leaving out here is just a little bit. He's ranked the 3rd in the world, but he's also won the American World Shoot-Off 3 times, and he's won, right?
Correct.
And he's won the British. So he's won an innumerable number of world-class shooting events.
I've
Europe
been around
and
a while.
America.
And Angus's CZ75 has been around too. He's put more use on it in one summer than most shooters would in a lifetime.
Now, this is the CZ75 SP01. This is the actual gun that I used to compete down in Ecuador. It's got something like 56,000 rounds on it now. Maybe ready for retirement, but I think it's got another 50 left on it.
That is 56,000 rounds through a standard CZ75. No special parts, no custom work, just right off the assembly line.
The sights are a custom package that we sell with a fibre optic front and a competition rear, but basically the gun is straight out the box. You could buy one tomorrow. We've got a target out here. I think one of the cameras is looking at it. You'll see it in a minute. I'm just going to shoot some rapid shots at it. I'll start with a draw from the holster and we'll see how it goes. Ready?
That was rapid fire. Watch what happens when Angus slows down and aims every shot.
Now we'll see where they go if you aim them. Whoops, that was my fault.
Most of us would brag on that group, but the number 3 shooter in the entire world won't let it rest. He has to do better. "11 shots, 1 hole. Not bad."
Ta-da!
Miss Alice brought this 445 down and said, "Dirt, I got you a new Piggy Wiggy gun. I'm gonna tell you, if you look down the barrel on that one and look in the end of it, it's a sure enough full-grown Piggy Wiggy gun." Y'all stay tuned on the Outdoor University and you'll get to see me shoot this for my very first time.
And we'll join Earlene and Angus for a lesson in competitive shooting. That's next on Outdoor University. We're on the pistol range with 3-time world champion Angus Hobdell, captain of the CZ shooting team.
If you're going to shoot big game or even small game, take a big gun. And we have that big gun right here. You like this one, Dirt, don't you?
Well, now,
What is it?
sports fans, old Dirt's got a little background with these. I've been doing Dan Wesson for a very long time. Now Dan Wesson is CZ USA. Very important to understand the technology they're using in building these firearms is coming both from the Dan Wesson history and the CZ's ability to build a gun that'll come out of the box and shoot 100,000 rounds.
Knowing you, the way you like to shoot pigs and hogs and stuff, you'll be toting one of those next year, right?
I'm parking one right now.
That'll work. You know what, Dirt? If you take that thing out there after a pig or a brown bear, you're probably going to need a lesson. And who better than the world champion Angus here?
3 times.
3 times. That's it. And Alice here is going to show you ladies how any lady can shoot one of these CZ pistols.
Alice is actually pretty good at this. She's a competitive pistol shooter and president of CZ USA, but it's going to be tough to keep up with Angus.
What I've got is a CZ85 Combat. This gun is right out of the box. The only difference between the 75 and 85 is that it has an ambidextrous safety and a little better trigger that is adjustable just from the outside, that little screw that you see. So that's a gun of my choice. It's a 9mm, and I'll try to get as close to Angus as I can.
CZ is one of the world's major manufacturers of sporting arms, rifles and shotguns, as well as these handguns.
We ship to over 70 countries in the world, and just the latest gun, CZ75 SP01, the one that Angus is using, SP01 for a special project, you know, featuring the tactical rail. We'll also have it available with some tactical accessories, including the monoblock and the bayonet. So you guys check your dealers, because that's going to be big.
I want to see Dirk shoot the big pig gun.
All right.
Look what I found for you, Dirk.
Ooh.
300 grain 445s. You want to try it?
Oh, Bell, that may be too much bullet for
Oh,
me.
I don't think it's too
Oh,
much.
you don't think so?
Not for
Okay.
you.
All right.
Let's try it. I'll give you 2.
Give it 2?
Just the 2.
We're going to see if we flinch, right?
We'll see if you flinch. Let's go find some pigs, Dirk.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Come on, let's go.
CZ celebrity spokesperson Earlene Mandrell has done a lot of rifle and shotgun shooting, but not so much with handguns. And this was a good opportunity to get a shooting lesson from Angus on some basic techniques that apply to all of us. First, you want to have a good sight picture. Make sure they're lined up exactly right.
I drew the sight picture here, and I drew in this dotted line, which is what would be our perfect sight picture. Now, if you notice, the gap here and here is exactly equal, and the top of the front sight is level with the rear sight.
Right.
That's what we're looking for. Now, if you can imagine that that's what you'd see, you want it there, not over here, not over here, not up here, not down here, but here, okay? If the sight is set in the rear notch, when you squeeze the trigger off, the round will go exactly where you intended it to.
Angus says to keep a relaxed grip with your right hand if you're right-handed, and really clamp down with your left.
You really want to be as high as possible on the gun. I mean, really where you want to be is up here somewhere. Well, this isn't possible because this is a semi-automatic pistol. When it fires, it's going to come back. That's going to hurt. So we don't want to do that. But what we do want to do is we want to get as high as possible on the gun. So what I tell you is people, make a U with your hand. That's where I was practicing. And you put the gun as high up in the hand as possible. You see how it's starting to go white around the back there? That's about as high as you really want to go. You want to be right up there, So you get the lowest momentum of the slide along your arm. That will create the least recoil.
Okay.
The other hand is going to come around the gun, and we're going to want to put this part of our hand into this part of the gun and form a nice tight grip. Now this hand, you can give it everything you've got. This is going to be our recoil control.
Okay.
This is going to trigger the gun. These are going to sight the gun. And this is our recoil control. You cannot stop the gun from recoiling. It's going to do it. It's how much it does it is caused by your ability to control the recoil. Okay?
Okay.
Good. So, all guns are always loaded. So when you find the gun, we want to make sure there's nothing in it. So you're going to pick up the gun and check the gun's empty. Okay.
Of course, and there's no magazine.
No
in
magazine,
it, so that we
there's
know
no
we're not
round in the chamber.
changing.
So you're happy that's unloaded.
Yes.
Okay, good. So that's nice. Nice
you're
high grip
saying-
on the gun. And then this part of the hand needs to make as much contact. If you do, just roll it over so our man here can see it. Much contact with this part of the hand on the gun.
Right, okay.
The right hand controls the trigger, the left takes the recoil. Step 3 is taking the proper stance, standing just a little forward to meet the recoil and prepare for the next shot.
Your stance is
grip.
pretty good, actually. I like it. A little bit of weight on the balls of the feet.
Okay.
A little bit like you were shooting a shotgun, but not as much lean into it, okay? What you want to be able to do is you want to be able to absorb the recoil in your body and not be pushed over.
Okay.
And the trigger is part 4 of the lesson. How many times have you heard squeeze, don't pull? Angus really means it.
So I want you to put the pad of your finger on the trigger, okay? And I'm going to actually put the pad of my finger on top of yours. Now, when you're actually aiming the gun where it is, please tell me.
The sights in the middle of the lines.
Good. Now I'm going to increase the pressure on the trigger till the gun goes off.
Okay.
Can you feel me increasing the pressure?
Yeah.
Good. Nothing's happening.
Right.
You're obviously wondering when it's going to go off, right?
Right.
And that's good. Did you know that was going to happen?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Now that would have been a perfect trigger break.
And finally, it's time to see how much Angus's coaching has helped Earlene's shooting.
Shoot the very top of the thing. The top of the...
Even this quick lesson is already making a difference. Earlene has become a better pistol shooter in just a few minutes. No matter how talented you are, though, you'll always improve with practice. And if Earlene keeps this up, there's no telling just how good she's going to get. We're in Hickman County, Tennessee, about an hour outside Nashville, and Charlie Ingram is sitting back in the cane along the Duck River, waiting for the turkey to start their day.
Came in this big river bottom last night. Saw these birds go up across the river on a tree. Got in a natural cane break this morning. They were pretty close to us. That hen, one of those hens flew right down in the decoys and started doing all the calling. I didn't have to do anything.
That gobbler sees a Jake, a young male, among the decoys, and he is not happy about that. This field is just not big enough for the two of them.
One gobbler down, one decoy down. Some gun whipped that decoy, didn't he? Unbelievable.
That's another bragging-sized turkey brought in by the fake Jake, the decoy that took a whipping so Charlie could get a shot.
Buddy, he tore my little Jake up, man. That gun, he whipped the heck out of that Jake decoy. That's unbelievable. That third bird's got some pretty nice spurs. Got a really nice beard. It's a little wet. We're in the bush. Look at the colors on that bird. He whipped the heck out. I want you to look how far he threw this decoy. They'll grab each other with the neck when they're fighting, and he threw the decoy like he would throw another turkey out of the way.
It takes a big, strong tom to do that to a decoy, and there's a reason they grow to that size around here.
You know, this is ideal turkey habitat. You got the bluff behind me where they can actually roost on the bluff and feel protected. It's overlooking the river. Here, this is a big agricultural bottom. It's got a lot of green onions in it, and they'll eat those green onions. And I think one of the main things that I like to talk about this morning is the fact that we as hunters should really put something back or give the turkey or wildlife something to eat during the off season. And if you look right here, here's a bunch of soybeans that a farmer left, maybe not intentionally here, but I think so, that You know, so if you've got a farmer that you know that you hunt on, and pay him a little extra money to leave a little bit of stuff out here. But if you look, see this has still got a bean in it, which will support a lot of deer and a lot of turkey and a lot of wildlife during those tough winter months when the snow's on the ground. And I think that's something we always ought to consider. Consider the resource and leave them some food values when it's really tough for them.
And big turkey like this one prove once again that careful management does pay off. Charlie, Dirt, and their guests on Outdoor University use CZ rifles, shotguns, and handguns.